Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
First, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful at the house of David. Let's get into this. To my left,
Brother Anah.
I'm the brother Halak, and I want to get into a question, will women get spiritual power in Jacob's trouble? Will women get spiritual power in Jacob's trouble? Because we're coming into a most terrible time, a most terrible time. You know what? Get that Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7.
Jeremiah 37.
Time. We're coming into a terrible time. Because what's gonna be happening during this time? Because it tells you in Matthew 24, it's gonna be it's gonna be pestilence, famine, wars, rumors of wars, sedition among men. People gonna be all out. It's gonna be all out madness. It's gonna be all out madness.
Come.
You got it.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great.
That day is great. Great. You see, look, this is the thing. Every prophet that's in this book has had a word or two about the end times. So how bad is this going to be? Every prophet in this book has had a word or two about the end times.
And it's all been the same. It ain't changed up at all. That's how we know it's from Yahweh Shemashai. It's consistent too. So and it's all playing out. You got the brother, not the main, they ain't brothers. So you got them guys over there like IUIC, their doctrine change up, with the wind. But soon like they doctrine literally change up every time, every new season almost. But to make the point what you said, like all the prophets of the Bible, they all had, they didn't have the same vision, but they all had that same perspective. They had that same perspective or that same experience when it came to prophesying about the end times. It says, so that none is like it.
So that none is like it. That day is great. That none is like it. What? Slavery. That was a horrible time. That was a harsh time. But it ain't gonna be none like this the time we're finna get ready to come in. Why? Because their technology and hatred is at an all-time high. It's at an all-time high. If y'all haven't been focusing or seeing these pages with these white people trying to get together saying they hate all people that are non-white, they really coming back together in a most warlike way, in a warlike mentality.
I get that.
And you people, y'all still trying to hold their hands. Y'all still trying to save them while they got their sword in their hand ready to stab you.
It says, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
And that he is the elect out of the elect, that 1/3. That he, but it's gonna be a great and terrible day,
I'm finna get that for you.
It's gonna be a great and terrible day. Look, people, men and women, is gonna be ravished. Ravished. You gotta think about it. Men gonna be ravished. Cause look, where we at? This place is called what? Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. It's about to get that bad. People just gonna be knocking each other off. You're gonna be seeing people getting cannibalized out there in the street. Women cooking up their children.
Yep.
Just like when Jerusalem was besieged. But you see that now. You see women throwing their children ovens, smothering them, drugging them.
Come. I just want to back you up. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Because iniquity shall abound, it's gonna be so. Iniquity, sin is gonna be at an all-time high, and it's gonna be on a rampage. So the love of many is gonna be kept waxing colder and colder. People gonna be becoming psychotic. You see it. You see it with these YNs. You see it with these young Edomites.
Yeah, I got two words. We're gonna grab the iniquity, and then we're gonna grab shall abound and the blue letter. This is that word iniquity.
Strong's G.
458. Anamia. Anamia. All right, anomia. It says the condition of without law because of ignorant, because of violating, contempt or violation of law, iniquity or wickedness. So basically, to sum that all up is sin. So it said because sin is abound, the love of many gonna wax cold. Now let's get to work. We know what the word abound means. You go ahead, bro. We're just getting it for the
It says because iniquity abound, love of many shall wax cold. And what? And what is love? The keeping of the commandments towards each other. Yep. You know? And because people don't get that, people become more selfish, more self-centered, more evil. Just looking after numero uno, themselves, not even their children. Even that individual spirit goes into a form of Satanism. Yep. This is that word abound in the blue letter. Strong's G 4129. Plesuno. All right. Plesuno. It says to increase, to multiply, to increase, be multiplied, multiply, to increase, to multiply. So it's basically saying because iniquity shall multiply and increase so much, because sin is gonna multiply and increase so much, the love of many is just gonna wax cold. It's gonna when something wax cold, it goes away. So the love of many is just gonna you see it slowly. Wax don't just get hard like that. It's slow. That wax slowly hardens over time till it becomes actually that hard wax, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing iniquity, which is sin, increase on a level now, and that love of many is just waxing away. It's just waxing cold. It's just going away. And we go ahead. Oh, my bad. Are you good, bro? And they were just backing up your point. And we're gonna see exactly how rough it's gonna be. Like you said, everything like men and women are gonna be getting ravished out here. Like that's just to back up your point. You got it, bro. And we use that terminology out here in the day. Cold. Like when somebody say, "Hey, you been cold." What they mean by that? You haven't been an affectionate. You haven't been so receiving. You know, you just been you've been like a wall. And that's how these people are to each other. God. And that goes into like what's the new saying? When we were young, I know they had a saying that said stay safe. Like I overheard a guy tell somebody else the other day, stay dangerous. I was like, Lock you. It was still live? Yeah, okay, still going. Slack technical difficulties. Yeah, as we were saying though, like because look, people gonna be getting so it's getting so bad out here that we're gonna need help from on high. So when things happen, because you're gonna have people, just normal people bugging out, crashing out, but you also gonna have you also gonna have E out here, you know? E out here with his military forces.
Yep, that's his sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We were going into there earlier today, this morning, watching video. You know, that's how Esau has been given like everything. No matter what, everything this devil has got, he's gotten it through the sword, through his blessing. And if we gonna get everything that's coming to us through our blessing. You know, that's from Yahweh Shema Shai.
Con, I'm gonna get this one. This is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Because what? We're gonna need that spiritual power from on high, you know? You know? But who's that spiritual power gonna be given to? Who that spiritual power gonna be given to? Because it's about to happen on the whole world, but the main focal point is gonna be over here in America.
The spiritual power gonna go to his ministry. Yahweh Shema Shai's ministry, the servants. And who are those servants? The prophets. So answer that question. You know, who are the prophets? The men. The men are the ones who are gonna receive that spiritual power. That's why you're gonna see 7 women shall take hold of one man. They're not gonna be able to defend themselves.
So we're gonna get that.
We're
gonna get that. This is Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 31. And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture are men, and I am your power, said the Lord Yahweh. Now that gives you the answer right there, but there's another one I want to get. Listen, this is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers. Who are the fishers?
Men.
The men, the prophets. The prophets. The Most High sent men to fish out all the people. Because back then in the ancient world, mainly the fishers were what? Men. Men would go out to go on fishing. Go fishing, go on them boats, long journeys. It was mostly men. You know? Again, this is Jeremiah 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, those men, the prophets, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And afterward I send many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of every hole of the rock. You know?
What was it?
You know, and those fishers is gonna turn to hunters, you know, and that's them getting spiritual power. So who those hunters are what? Were formerly what? The fishermen. Those fishermen was what? Were are the men and the prophets. You see, the spiritual power is coming to the men. It's not gonna come to women because what? If it was given to women, that Isaiah 4:1, that 7 women come to the man would be no need because what? They'd be able to save themselves. If women got spiritual power, they'd be able to save themselves, and they'll be able to brag about that in the kingdom.
Was it Peter when Yahweh told him, "Come with me, and I shall make you a fisher of men"? So it's just going back into what you're saying, like we're gonna be fisher of men, bro. So that just goes back to that question as well. The prophets, those are gonna be the ones who get that spiritual power.
Kind, because the Most High is gonna establish order with spiritual power. He's gonna establish that order with spiritual power. You know, because again, Eve will be boasted in the kingdom. Oh, I ain't need a man. I saved myself when the Lord gave me power. Like, nah, the Lord, how about Shemal Shine finna have that?
That's gonna keep them in there that mode of being humble.
Kind, you know, and like once the men get the spiritual power, they gonna be able to set this, set everything around them in order. Women too, and even in the kingdom, when y'all have that new body, y'all do get spiritual power. I speak as a man when I say this. Y'all not gonna be strong as a man, because Scripture also say what? Y'all are the weaker vessel.
Yeah. So how he gonna say you all are the weaker vessel, but he give you spirit like the Lord is not gonna contradict himself. So I'm trying to see if the brother coming through. So I'm trying to tell him he can come hop in if he wanted to.
Okay.
So you got bed if you want to, bro. Okay. You come? Okay, come. Yeah, for sure. You got it, bro.
Come. And like as I said, I speak as a man when I say this. Even when y'all get the new bodies, y'all ain't gonna be strong as a man. And give me y'all example. I know a lot of Jake like Dragon Ball Z. Like the men gonna be Goku and y'all ain't gonna be Vegeta. Y'all gonna be Krillin. I'm sorry. Nah, ain't gonna be no Vegeta and Goku. Y'all, we gonna be Goku. Y'all gonna be Krillin. You know.
Boy, want that. Boy, he shit was strong a little bit. Everybody here, boy, got no spiritual power.
y'all gonna be stronger than the rest of the world. But
hey,
nah.
But is it like why would he can't put like, and that's the thing about understanding when it comes to like levels and understanding like that chain of command that Yahweh Shema Shai gave us. Like he's not gonna put everybody. He's not gonna put the woman on the same level as the man. Like he says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Mm-hmm.
So in those times, those things are gonna make men more precious than fine gold. That wisdom, that spiritual power that their brothers are gonna receive. Like all these things are gonna make us more precious to where all these fucking YHs, all that I don't need a man shit. That shit gonna go away real quick. Once y'all about Shema Shah shut this social media shit down, that shit going away real quick. You know, but you got it, bro. You got it. That's another appreciate it.
You quoted most of them I wanted.
Which one?
You good, bro. You already included that Isaiah 4 and make a man more precious than fine gold.
I'm still gonna read it for you.
Okay. But yeah, because look, even with spiritual power, it's gonna be for order. For order. If he were to give y'all spiritual power in the times of Jacob's trouble, y'all know women will be out of order. Y'all know women will be out of order.
Yep. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of a fear.
And that man is the prophets. It's gonna be a man of the Lord, not just any old man. You know? Even then,
Yep.
It's gonna be a man of the Lord. You see the man, and it's gonna be because of that wisdom and that spiritual power. That favor from on high, that favor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yep, and not all men are going, like you said, not all men are going to receive spiritual power. Because 2/3 of you niggas got to go. Like literally, 2/3 of you niggas just got to be done away with. Like it's just like it ain't like it just is what it is. Like we can't, the type of shit these niggas on, we not taking it into the kingdom with us. Like if everybody came the first day we there, niggas be setting up their block. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, that ain't nah. Point is, like 2/3 of you niggas just gotta go, bro. It just is what it is, and that's a prophecy. It has to play out that way.
Okay.
You got something else,
bro? Okay, I was looking for the one. I know it's in Second Esdras.
All right, go.
And they will cast you out of your houses, and then shall they know who are my people. You know.
I know what you're talking about, because the one goes into man shall break into his neighbor's house with the sword and spoil. That's what you're talking about?
Nah. Okay. It's the one that it's the Second Esdras. They shall cast you out of your houses, and then shall they know who are my people. It's gonna be because that spiritual power. It's the Lord's gonna show His favor. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna show His favor on His men, while everybody else still walking around. Because if it's just the 1/3 alive, the favor is gonna be shown, but He's gonna make it known who He's been dealing with all this time.
Is it 1672? That is 1672.
I think so. It
says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and shall cast them out of their houses. They shall be then.
That's it.
This is Second Esdras chapter 16, starting at verse 72. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and shall cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
And that first part, that's martial law. That's Eve running through, and the elect on the run, the elect escaping. But then that power gonna come.
Yep.
That power gonna come, and that favor gonna be shown.
Yeah, because if you don't take the sea hip, Like it goes into like you're gonna be killed. But that word kill could actually be going into being deleted, or like the brother was going to the elder brother out of Dallas. That could also mean be taken away from society. So like you said, just to back you up, they gonna be like we gonna be on the move. What should say? I think it's second age of 16 and 40, be ye as pilgrims. So we're gonna be on the move. But like you said, we're gonna be on that move. We're gonna be speaking against that MOTB until that famine of the word come, and then once that time actually comes, and we say Abaratazar, we continue to stay in the spirit, and we say no to that device. We're gonna be on the move. He's all gonna be hunting us down. Like you can see already how he's trying to demonize the ministry now.
And that was basically it. To answer the question, will women get spiritual power in times of Jacob's trouble?
No.
The answer is no.
No. Going to the prophets, the men, the seers.
With that, I hope you was edified. Again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing. Shalom.
Shalom.